Madam Toastmasters, and welcome guests. Some of you will remember my first speech was about me being a recovering people pleaser. This speech is about why not to go rock climbing, and the two are related, so bear with me. Now, when I'm talking about rock climbing, I'm talking about any activity that involves your hands and your feet climbing heavenwards. So whether you're on Mount Everest, or you're climbing in the Yorkshire Dales, or just in your local climbing centre, that's what I'm talking about. I only got as far as the climbing centre, and that was enough. So the first reason not to go rock climbing is that it's dangerous. When you first enter the climbing centre, there's a big sign just inside the door that says, danger of death. Now, if that isn't enough to send you packing, when you get in, before they'll let you do anything, they will make you sign a disclaimer that basically, if you die or horribly injure yourself, it's your responsibility, and that's tough. There are people watching what you do whilst you're climbing to make sure that you get it right. Now, on the one hand, this is reassuring, right? Because they're watching you to make sure you get it right. But on the other hand, it kind of reinforces the fact that what you're doing is a really dangerous activity. And it involves heights. Now, if you have a phobia of heights, like I do, then that's a problem. When I get vertigo, I can freeze up, things get a bit dizzy, and my palms sweat like crazy. Now, as a climber, you have a little pouch with some powder in it, which you can use to dry your hands as you climb up the wall. But even that wasn't working for me. The second reason not to go rock climbing is that it requires an insane level of fitness. Now, they don't tell you this. Now, typically, if you go to a climbing centre, they'll send you on a 2-day induction course, so it's full 2 days. Now, when I went, they were very good, and they make sure that you warm up properly at the beginning of the day, and then unwind physically at the end of the day. But for the 2 days after my induction, I could barely move. It was exhausting. Now, don't get me wrong, like my legs, they're solid, and I can put a lot of weight on my legs. But my upper body strength, not so much. And there are points when you're climbing where all of your weight is temporarily in your arms and in your shoulders. And also, when you're belaying, so when you're at the bottom and you're controlling the rope for the climber to make sure that if they fall, they don't fall too far, that is also very taxing on your arms and your upper body. So for climbing, you need to be having a good level of aerobic exercise and weights. But not that I'm suggesting that you go rock climbing, of course. The third reason to not go rock climbing is that you don't want to. Now, this might seem like an obvious point, and that brings me back to being a recovering people pleaser. So I went rock climbing because somebody else wanted to go rock climbing, and I was busy putting them first, even though I really didn't want to because I was scared of heights. The trouble is, when you're doing people pleasing, you're tending to put other people first all the time, and you just end up doing crazy things that perhaps you didn't really want to do. I only just managed to avoid going potholing. True story. But there are things in life which you do have to do. Like if you're working, you're probably going to have to pay taxes. But like rock climbing isn't one of them. So those are 3 good reasons to not go rock climbing. First is it's dangerous. Like, go for a walk instead. That's fine. The second reason, it requires an insane level of fitness, unless you're prepared to put in the time and the effort. And the third reason is because you don't want to. And that's fine. Like, it's fine to say no to things. It's also fine to try something once and then decide that you don't like it and don't do it again. And in summary, I would say, if after all of my appealing to you to not go rock climbing, you still decide to do it, I would just recommend that you warm up, that you know your knots, that you learn to belay really well, because that's the cause of many accidents, and that you go on a proper induction course. And if you need any second-hand carabiners, rope and climbing shoes, then you know where to find me. Thank you.